We're taking a trip to Old Mission Peninsula.
Here from Take a Trip Together. We're on our way up to Mission Peninsula?
Old Mission.
Old Mission Peninsula?
Yeah, or Old Mission Point Peninsula. I don't really know.
Okay. I think it's Old Mission Peninsula, and it's north of Traverse City and east of the Lighthouse Peninsula in Michigan. So, kind of excited to see what we can see up there. We know we've been there before, and it's really beautiful, and there's vineyards and a lighthouse and some other cool scenery.
Yeah. There's also a lavender farm, but I think we've missed the harvest season, so we might not see the lavender. But we'll take a trip back up there sometime when we can see that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all kinds of orchards and vineyards and wineries and just beautiful scenery. It's a great drive. So we'll see what we see.
All right.
Be sure to visit the lavender farm while you're there on the peninsula. Even though we visited off-season and there wasn't a lot of lavender on the plants, there was still a ton of stuff to see and do. We enjoyed going through the barns and seeing how they had the lavender hung up to dry. I thought for sure that there would be a ton of lavender scent coming at us as we went through the barns, but amazingly there really wasn't very much. Then I realized that the way they get the lavender scent to be so strong is by crushing the flowers, and these flowers obviously haven't been crushed yet. The farmer actually encourages guests to walk around the grounds. Wow, this would be really pretty when the lavender is all in bloom. You may want to plan your visit during the week because the store and the farm itself is fairly small, so on the weekends it's probably pretty busy. But when we visited, it was perfect because there were a few visitors there, but not too many. The Harborview Lavender Farm has all sorts of really cool gifts that you can buy. I thought that their body butter smelled amazing and it made my skin really soft. I was tempted to buy more than I did, but Dennis was lucky he got out of there with me only buying a couple of things. Be sure to get the lavender ice cream. I have never had lavender ice cream before, and I didn't even realize that you could eat lavender, but oh my goodness, that ice cream was delicious.
Is it good?
It's delicious. So what do you think of the ice cream?
I like it. It's really yummy.
So what did you think?
That was some of the best ice cream I've ever had.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was. That lavender and honey taste was spot on.
Yeah, it was deliciously, it wasn't really sweet,
No.
but it wasn't not sweet. So it was
Right.
refreshing.
It's sweetened with honey, so it's a natural sweet. It's not the sickly sweet that you get with some ice creams.
Yeah.
Next, we headed up to Mission Point Lighthouse.
about that walk?
That was nice. It was peaceful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day. It's kind of a bit on the cool side. I've got shorts on, and I'm a little on the chilly side. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. My arms are a little cold,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, mine too.
it's pretty comfortable.
There's a nice breeze coming off the lake. The humidity's gone for the moment,
Yeah.
hopefully for a while. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
these trails all kind of connected. There's a trail that goes all down, follows Lake Michigan, it looks like, or whatever bay that is.
yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to go hiking. It looks like we're just barely touching the surface of the hiking portion of the place.
Yeah, they have all these different little spots that you can just park your car and then you can just walk maybe a quarter of a mile and bam, you're there. Or an
Yeah.
eighth of a mile. Very
Yeah,
short.
It's very short. Yeah, and then you can just go wherever you want.
Yeah.
So the Lighthouse has a trail map on the board.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Yeah, less people on these little trails than at the Lighthouse. There's a lot of people at the Lighthouse.
So I think this was like under construction the last time we were here.
Or like what do you call it? Renovation.
Renovation maybe,
Oh, it says a replica, so it could have been construction.
but yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, this is the first thing I remember from the last time we were up here.
Wow, I don't remember this at all. How do you remember this stuff?
I have no idea. But the weird part is I have yet to see anything today that reminded me of the last time we were here.
Okay.
Everything seems just unfamiliar. So that's me getting old.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you remember this church but you don't remember anything I say to you, then I'm trying to figure out how does that work.
I can't explain that. The last thing that we did on Old Mission Peninsula was to drive around and see some of the wineries. There's what's called the Old Mission Peninsula Wine Trail. It consists of 10 wineries located from one end of the peninsula to the other. Michelle and I don't really know anything about wine and tastings, and I felt a bit underdressed, so we didn't stop at any, but we just drove by and enjoyed the views. Maybe someday we'll try it.